Hello and welcome to this video of the British Dodgeball National Primary School Championships Finals 2024. This match was contested by Lawford Primary School based in Essex wearing black and Cloverley Primary from the Greater Manchester area in red. Teams are made up of 6 players per side, and for primary school matches 2 girls must be on court at all times. At the start of the match, teams are lined up on the back line with their back foot touching the purple tape backline and their bodies in front of that. The 3 size 1 foam dodgeballs are lined up in the centre of the court, ready for the initial rush and the start of the game. At the start of the game, the dodgeballs on the left hand side can be collected from both teams uncontested, and the ball in the middle can be challenged by both teams and contested to win possession of 2 balls at the start of the match. Once the dodgeballs have been collected from the centre line, they must be taken back past the ball return line, which is the purple tape line just a short distance in front of the back line. Once the balls have been taken into that zone, then teams can start to eliminate their opponents, which is the aim of the game of dodgeball. Players can eliminate their opponents in 2 ways: by throwing a dodgeball and getting a direct hit on their opponent, or by catching a dodgeball that has been thrown at them by their opponent. As you can see here, dodgeball is a very fast-paced game, and we have already got a situation where Cloverley, the team in red, have 6 players on the court, and they've managed to eliminate 3 players from Lawford Primary on the other side. Here you can see Cloverley Primary have got possession of 3 dodgeballs. The boys have had a quick discussion about where they're going to throw, and then they've thrown 2 dodgeballs at the same time at the other team. This is what we would call a group throw in dodgeball, and is something tactically we recommend so that it is much more difficult for the other team to dodge and to catch. Here is a quick replay of a really good group throw from Cloverley, where they have targeted the same player, thrown at the same time, that has made it much more difficult for them to dodge, and they've managed to make the hit. Wow, what a catch! So we just see there, one of the Cloverley players ran right the way up to counter-attack the Lawford player. The Lawford player has held their ground and managed to claw on to that very, very powerful close-range throw and secure the catch. Because that player has made a catch, the person who has thrown it has left the court, and if the Lawford player had one of their teammates in the outbox who had already been hit, for example, they would have caught them back in. But in that scenario, they already had 6 players on the court, and so that catch only eliminates their opponent. Wow, another superb hit from Lawford Mead. And now Cloverley have 1 player left and Lawford Mead have 6. Will we see a hit to finish the set? Yes. The Lawford Mead player throws hard and low, managing to hit the player's foot. There's another action replay of the player making that superb catch at the centre line. And another action replay of a good direct hit from the Lawford Mead team. As you can see at the start of this next set, the Lawford Mead players are managing to secure possession of 2 dodgeballs at the start of this set. And what they are doing, they are running, picking up the dodgeballs and then throwing them back to their teammates who are stood behind the ball return line. That is a good tactic to use to activate the dodgeballs quickly, and if they had executed Here we have another good example of Cloverley organising a group throw. This time they throw 2 dodgeballs and manage to make the hit on the player in the centre of the court for Lawford Mead. A good reply from the Lawford Mead player in the middle there, making the player total 4 for Cloverley and 3 for Lawford Mead. Although the aim of the game of dodgeball is to eliminate your opponents by making hits and making catches, you can also win sets of dodgeball by having more players than your opponents left at the end of the 2-minute set. During the match here, we are playing 6 sets. Each set lasts 2 minutes. And as I mentioned, if after 2 minutes one team has more players left than their opponents, they win that set. If a set is won, then teams earn themselves 2 points. If a set is drawn, it would be 1 point each. And if a team loses a set, then it is 0 points. A draw can occur when after a 2-minute set, teams have the same amount of players left on the court. For example, 3 and 3. In that scenario, that would be a draw and both teams would earn 1 point each. Let's watch a little bit more of the action and see what tactics we see. Lots of fast throws from the Lawford Mead players. The Cloverley team are a little more patient, organising a group throw again. And they got a hit on the Lawford Mead player on the left hand near side. 2 dodgeballs in possession for Lawford Mead here. They throw them both at 2 different targets. And the Cloverley player makes an excellent block. In dodgeball, we have 4 core skills: throwing, catching, blocking and dodging. Blocking is a skill where you have possession of a dodgeball, but rather than throwing it, what you do is wait for your opponent to throw at you and place the dodgeball in front of you to protect yourself from getting hit. One thing you have to be mindful of when blocking is that you do not lose possession of the dodgeball in your hand when someone is throwing a dodgeball at the ball in your hand, because if you lose control of that ball in your hand, then that will be counted as a hit. There's another good example of some blocking again from Cloverley. Well, the referees are having a discussion here, and that was because they were unsure whether the player for Cloverley was hit in the face or whether they were hit on the top of their head. So all parts of the body count if you throw a dodgeball and make a hit on a player, except for your face. So face shots do not count in primary school age dodgeball. So if a ball does hit a child in the face, it does not count. And that is why the referees were having a quick discussion there. And there is another example of how teams can win a set by having more players left at the end of the 2 minutes than their opponents. So Cloverley had 4 players remaining at the end of that set, and Lawford Mead had 3. Score is now 6-2 to Cloverley Primary, with 2 sets remaining. Again, 2 throws at 2 different targets by Lawford Mead, hoping that their power and accuracy would pay off. Unfortunately, not on this occasion. Two dodgeballs in possession for Lawford Mead this time. And that was a very good counter throw. So, as you saw there, the Lawford Mead player went up to the line and threw at Cloverley. Instantly after he threw that ball, the ball came quickly at him as a counter-attack throw from Cloverley that hit the Lawford Mead player out. No. Here we go. Cloverley have possession of 2 dodgeballs. They're organising their throw. Ball on the right hand side here hits a Lawford Mead player. Lawford Mead make a quick return but miss, and then the Cloverley player makes an excellent counter throw, instantly throwing just after the Lawford Mead player throw and making it hit. Another group throw here from Cloverley. just clipping the back of the Lawford Mead girl's hair. A good fake throw there from the Cloverleigh player, making the Lawford Mead player jump, putting them in a vulnerable position, but choosing to hold on to possession. As Cloverleigh have 5 players remaining and Lawford Mead have 3, Cloverleigh are in a winning position, and that is time. So, although Lawford Mead made a hit just before the whistle was blown from the referee, unfortunately it wasn't enough to secure a draw or a win of that set, and there is an excellent action replay of that counter throw I just mentioned. Another fast start here from Lawford Mead, gaining possession of 2 dodgeballs, but unfortunately missing those 2 players on the middle to right hand side. 3 dodgeballs here for Cloverleigh. They've thrown 1, but the referee had asked them to throw 2, and so those players have been called out. So in dodgeball we have a play ball rule, which is all focused on keeping the dodgeball game flowing. If a team has possession of more dodgeballs than the other team, the onus is on them to throw. The referees will count for 5 seconds. If after 5 seconds the team has not thrown the dodgeballs, then if they are in possession of 3 dodgeballs, the referee will say play ball, and within the next 5 seconds the team with 3 dodgeballs must throw 2 dodgeballs at the other team. If they do not, then those players holding on to the dodgeballs will be called out, as we saw there. This is the final set of the match, and we've got 4 players in for Lawford Mead and 3 for Cloverleigh. 2 throws from Lawford Mead, just missing the Cloverleigh players. 1 more group throw from Cloverleigh here, and they get a hit. But they also call a player out for Cloverleigh, so we've now got 3 players for Lawford Mead and 2 for Cloverleigh. Two dodgeballs in possession for Lawford Mead. They throw at the same target, unfortunately missing. And that is time. There's an action replay of an excellent group throw. The player for Cloverleigh there stepped on the middle line, and that is the reason why they were called out. And that is full time of our National Primary School Championship final from 2024. Congratulations to Cloverleigh Primary winning the tournament and winning our National Primary School Championships pathway. We hope you enjoyed this video. We do have more resources available on our YouTube channel, and if you are interested in any support for school games or after school clubs or any other dodgeball activities, we would love to hear from you. So please do get in touch via the British Dodgeball website.